Hey, what's up guys? My name is Michelle, and today is July 7th, 2025, and we're going to be starting off with pull-ups. We are going to be doing an upper body workout. I am going to the gym in 15 minutes, so we're just going to do some quick pull-ups over here. And we're going to do some barbell bench pressing at the gym, as well as other machines at the gym. And maybe for arms we'll do at home. So, yeah. We're gonna do our first set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did 8 reps. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the videos. And we did 8 reps, first set done. We're gonna take a bit of a break, and then we're gonna move on to our set 2. Okay, so we took about a minute break. Now we're gonna do a set 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did 6 reps, set 2 done. Okay, so we took a minute break, and now we're going to do set 3 with the shirt off. Okay, set 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for set 3. Back is very pumped, biceps are very pumped. Whew. Let's go. 3 sets are done. And I currently weigh 155.4. No, 156.4, my bad. So that's a good add up. I believe doing the weighted pull-ups actually helped a lot. So yeah, now we're gonna head off to the gym and do some barbell bench pressing. So let's go. Okay, so now we are bench pressing with a women's barbell, and so we're doing 175 pounds for 4 reps, our first set. And I thought this was 185, but I realized the bar was 35 pounds, not 45 pounds. And so I decided, you know what, I'm okay with 175. I guess it makes logical sense. If I feel like I could do 185, I probably can't. So then I can do 175 to where I can. At least I know I could do 4 reps without a spotter. Okay, so this is our set 2, and I'm feeling very confident that in the fact that I can do 2 sets of 175 without a spotter. I just had a lot of energy that day. We managed to pull 3 repetitions. I would have gone for a 4th, but I feel like I wouldn't have been able to put it back up properly. As you can see, I was kind of struggling there. So now what we're going to do is, I've been actually listening to ChatGPT for a while. Now with ChatGPT, I've learned that if I do 2 sets of hard sets versus 3 sets, and then do 3 smaller sets, it's actually better for you overall, which gives you more growth because you have hypertrophy rather than just strength training. So I find ChatGPT actually works well for a personal trainer if you're using it to log your stuff. So now we're going to do 145 for 8 reps. And so now we're on set number 2. And now we're going to shoot for 145 for 7 repetitions. And it's good we're doing it this way, going downwards, pyramid style, because it's good for both strength and hypertrophy. So even though we did do light reps on heavy weight, we still managed to do moderate heavy, not just heavy. So 145 is pretty good to drop down from the 175. So now we're doing our final set of 145, and we're doing 145 for 6 repetitions, which is great for hypertrophy training. So if you want to grow a big chest, do some moderate weightlifting, and if you want to do strength training, do some heavy weightlifting. It's okay, as long as you don't get injured, and you could do it without a spotter or a human. So whatever you floats your boat. Anyways, yeah, I didn't feel comfortable doing 175 before on this bench, but now I do. So that's a big win. So these are the last 2 sets of our barbell bench press flat grip wide. It's really hard to get the barbell bench press in the local gym because they only have one. I know this is not a shocker. And they only have one incline, so it makes totally no sense. And why would a gym have one machine? So yeah, and I'm feeling it. So it's like, especially from the pull-ups, like my biceps are sore. And so this is our final set. So I think we did pretty well for chest at the current moment. And so yeah. So I never used a hip thrust machine like this before. I was told by a girl that I know to use it, especially for the glutes and for the booty. That's the same thing. Anyways, we're doing 115 pounds. At home I could do 105 pounds with the Leverbell hip thrust, but it doesn't go all the way down like fully, like to the depths. Actually kind of does. Now that I just look at it, it's actually exactly the same. So yeah, this is my first time using a actual hip thrust machine, and I feel more exposed because it's a bit more opened around in the area versus like your standard machine that's like facing something. It definitely feels very well on the quads, which is what I wanted. And we are managed to be doing one set of 10 reps. And I find that's perfectly good considering that I only recently started doing hip thrust machines at home. So that's good. First set done. I don't know what to feel in that scenario. Right now I'm just logging it on my phone. So now we're going to the next scene. Okay, so now we're on set number 2. I really like the belt buckle design. Really stands out. I think machines should have more belt buckle designs more often. So yeah, this is our set 2. This actually replaces quads for me. So I can do hip thrust and leg press one day for full body, or just a regular lower body leg day without using squat or deadlift. I could do it with hip thrust and leg press, and then do standing calf raises if I want to. But yeah, so this actually does replace quads for me, and I actually prefer it over doing squats. I just find this machine to be better. Now, I notice I'm going slightly up faster, but going slowly down, so I'm getting the depths of the stretch, and I really feel it in the booty and the quads. Getting in and out of this machine is a bit difficult, to say the least. It's not very easy to get in and out of, but it's doable. This is our third set now, and I didn't know how to unrack the bar, and I had to figure it out myself. So that was great. 10 minutes worth of looking at instructions, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. So this is our third set, and we're doing 10 reps. So we did 3 times 10 reps, which is pretty good. So we did a total of 30 reps for the machine hip thrust. So that's good. And yeah, now we're going to move on to the next exercise once we're done this set. The bar itself does weigh 45 pounds by itself, which is quite nice. So it's like a barbell. And I basically just kind of treat it like I'm using a barbell, but I'm not actually using a barbell. So yeah, that's great. Okay, so now we're doing the machine seated row, neutral seated row. This is by far my favorite exercise in the entire gym. It not only works your biceps, but very well works your shoulders, your back, your entire back. And right now we're doing 150 pounds for 7 repetitions. And now that was a lot, because that's a PR. And now we're going to drop down the weight and do 100 pounds for 12 reps. So now we're about to do our set 2 of 100 pounds, and we're about to do for 10 reps. Now we only did 3 sets because the machine chest flies that seems to have never been available. It happened to be available for the first time. So that's great. So now we're just flying 45 pounds, 22.5 pounds on each side. And that's very good, especially after a heavy chest exercise, followed by some seated neutral rows. Now, I usually stick with a bit lighter weight than going like, let's say 70 pounds, because I find I need to get that stretch and that depth, and I do it very slow motion wise with 45 pounds versus 75 pounds. And so we did first set of 12 reps, and yeah, so that was fun, especially feeling triceps. Chest is pretty pumped, bless me. Now we're doing our set 2, and we're doing our set 2 for 11 repetitions. Now this cable machine, compared to the techno cable machine and compared to the machine I have at home, the machine I have at home is like in between this machine, higher end, probably $5,000 machine, versus the lower end $2,000 machine. That's right, corner that nobody seems to ever use. It's always been neglected until I came along. But yeah, it feels pretty premium, especially with the aluminum pulleys, so that's pretty cool. Set 2 done. Okay, so now we're doing our set 3. I can really feel it in the chest and triceps right about now because you want that deep stretch, and you can get it perfectly with the chest flies. It's hard to get a deep stretch and a pretty good pump with the barbell, but with the chest flies had it afterwards is pretty good in my opinion. Chest flies should be in every upper body routine. Okay, so now we're doing the machine seated featured curls, and we're doing 85 pounds for 10 reps. Okay, so we actually managed to do 11 reps first set, and this is why we record stuff, because if we don't record, we will never know how many reps we do. So yeah, that's basically about it. First set done. I believe I recorded this set before, but never actually got recorded, and I believe I did 10 reps. So I think this is set 2. Not too sure. So this is indeed set number 2, and we are doing, I believe, 9 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 repetitions. Yay! Finally went on track. On to our set number 3. So this is our set number 3. And we should get at least 8 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8. One more? No, not one more. Okay, we did 8 repetitions. Biceps are pretty pumped right now. Okay, now we're back at home. It is around 11 p.m. at night. And we are now doing the Leverbell vertical leg press. We are doing 165. We're on slightly harder settings, so the weight will be extremely hard versus doing a easier setting, more weight, but less range of motion. So. Two. 8. Oh. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. We did 15 reps. First set done. I can really feel it in the hamstrings. And I did some hips rest at the gym. Really great machine. I can feel it in the quads too. It's basically a good full body. So we did some a good range of exercises. Now we're gonna take a bit of a break, and then we're gonna do our set 2. Okay, so now we're gonna do our set 2. You have a Leverbell vertical leg press. Okay, we're in position. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we did 15 reps. Second set done. And then we're gonna do our third set. Whew. Okay, really feeling the joint a tiny bit. On the knee. But I should be okay after a 30-minute bath. So today we did sauna 10 minutes before the gym, and then this as a pre-workout, and then sauna 20 minutes after the gym as a post-workout, and now I'm working out again tonight. So we're gonna start a 2-minute break, and then we're gonna do a third set and then call it there. And so yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna do our third set, final set. You're really feeling the hamstrings right about now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we just did 15 reps. Set 3 done. So like you guys, we were all pretty pumped up. Each muscle group is pretty pumped. Anyways, hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so this is the first test. I'm kind of hoping I'm able to bench 225 by my birthday at home. So I'm kind of hoping for that. So I am training